dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Myers' kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this third quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give them...
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. That catch good for only a couple. Second and 8. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eight yards to go on second down. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, it's Hurts. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
On first down, Carson. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run again with Carson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. On second down, a run with Dallas. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Carson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Finding Watkins, and he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw. Pass complete. It's Scott. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball.
Now Carson fumbles the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought he may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And
he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders scampering home from 19 yards out. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Now they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Wilson to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing now is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Dallas. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This to potentially send us to overtime. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's back to throw. And oh, an acrobatic catch there by Watkins. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And his kick is good. And this game is tied. It's a little